watch TV in the 90s. Our next guest needs no introduction. We all fell in love with her as Topanga on Boy Meets World. Please welcome Danielle Fishel. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody is excited. It's fun to see. It's fun to see who comes on the show and who really creates a buzz in and around our home.
I mean, we grew up with Danielle.
I know.
We
It's so
watched her
great.
every single
It's
week,
so great.
you
You're
know?
super
It's like,
sweet, and we're going to talk all things Boy Meets World a little bit later. Well, not all things, but some things. But first, we want to talk about the American Humane Hero Dog Awards,
My
which we
favorite
see
night
you
of
at
the year.
all the time.
Yes, my favorite night of the year. My husband and I look forward to it. Like literally the day after the event, we're like, man, next year's going to be great. We absolutely love it.
And we have such a great time every year.
It's so
we always
fun.
hang out backstage.
And like the dogs are there eating with us. Like we made on the first year we went, my husband and I were posting from the car, like, do you think the dogs will be sitting there next to us? Thinking there's no way they would. And then literally right next to me, I was like, there's a dog eating dinner right here.
Yeah.
Do you remember we had a dog at the table too?
That's right, yeah. I mean, we're
She
just
actually asked
mingling.
me to move so the dog could sit there. I'm not kidding. And I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'll move to the seat next to me.
And it's cool.
their night.
It's cool to be second fiddle to the animals. Like we're like, I'm sorry if we're getting in anybody's way here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about it is it's a night to just totally honor the animals.
And you also have an adorable fur baby at home.
I do,
as
Mr.
well.
Brunch.
Oh my gosh, Mr.
Yeah.
Brunch. Look at that. Well, that's not Mr. Brunch. That's your new baby.
Oh, that's
Adam.
my baby. That's okay. We can call Adler Brunch too.
He is edible. How old is Adler now?
Adler is 7 months, and
goodness.
I mean, just the sweetest, happiest, most giggly, sleep-trained baby. He's sleeping 12 hours through the night.
Oh my
Last night we got
We're not worthy.
6:15 to 6:15 this morning.
That's
I'm like,
amazing.
I really lucked out.
Wow.
Good for you.
But I know it wasn't an easy road at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe that's why I was given such a good sleeper, is that it was so rocky in the beginning. But yeah, we spent the first 3 weeks of his life in the hospital, which was totally unexpected and scary. And there he is.
Tiny.
So
Absolutely
little.
What was wrong? What happened?
So he was born with a condition called congenital chylothorax, which is basically a leak in the lymphatic system that allows fluid between the walls of the lungs and the lung cavity. None of it through my pregnancy was noticed until the night my water broke. And so I went in thinking, oh, he's gonna be early, but we're having a baby. And then I got there and it was, you maybe not be, we need to stop your labor, and it was just emergency feeling, and it was a very overwhelming birth experience, but.
Thank goodness for the medical miracles, really, that happen out there, and everything is great, and we're so happy for
at him
you.
now.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, so we got to flash back a little bit now, if you don't mind. Topanga, Boy Meets World, we talked about it a little bit already. I mean, here's the thing about this show. All the boys were in love with you, and all the girls pretty much wanted your hair.
And
You know what I
wanted to
mean?
be her.
They wanted to be you. That's right. They wanted your hair. They wanted to be you. You were Rachel before Rachel happened.
so true.
That is the truth. Did you ever think you would become like a hair icon?
No, not at all. I mean, especially not when I think about when the show started and my mom was braiding my hair at night. So I'd have wet hair and then my mom would put tiny, tiny little braids to give me that crimped hair look. And eventually my mom just got sick of doing it because it took so long. She's like, I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. So then we moved to curlers. It was a hair evolution. And then when I got to be about 15 or 16, I was like, man, I want to cut this. I had had the same long hair my entire life. And I called Michael Jacobs, our EP, and said, can I please cut it? And he said, not until I can write an episode about it. So then I did an
And you
episode
did.
where I cut my own hair.
And no one will ever forget that episode. We, this morning, all talked about that episode. Like, do you remember?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a groundbreaking episode at that time.
It was, and I
People
really
couldn't
cut my own
believe it.
hair. Like I really took the scissors to it. So before we'd get to that point in the scene, they'd yell cut so that I wouldn't do it before they were
Literally
ready.
cut.
And it was exactly. And then when no one yelled cut, I was like, really? This time I can do it?
Yeah, exactly.
It was scary.
And you were giving chunks of hair to the people in the audience.
Yes, what were we thinking in the 90s? Let me ask you,
That
what were
was
we
like
thinking?
probably normal.
We gave out chunks of my hair in Ziploc baggies to people
Sure.
in the audience.
Yeah, I bet they do. I bet you can find them on eBay, everybody. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying.
gosh.
Is that weird?
So
Too
scary.
Much.
I don't know what we were thinking.
And then I loved how you became obsessed with your look in the episode after you'd cut your hair. You
This
were really
outfit with this
sassy.
hair, hello, bye-bye, I'm so at the mall. That was the line.
And now the whole world can have Topanga's hair, or actually Danielle's hair, because, you know, I know it was a character, but the hair did belong to Danielle.
It didn't belong on my head, guys.
You have just created a new line of clean hair care products called Be
Yes.
Free. What inspired you to do this?
Honestly, my son, when I heard his heartbeat for the first time in my doctor's appointment, I went home and I was like, you know what? I better start going through this beauty routine because everything I'm putting onto my body is could be bad for me. And if it's bad for me, then it's bad for him. And before, I was kind of like ignorance is bliss. If I liked it, I was fine. But he made me change the way I felt about that. And so I wanted to create a product line that women could feel good about using and still look good. Because a lot of the natural products I tried didn't work. I didn't feel like they got my hair clean. I didn't feel like they got my hair shiny or silky, and I was used to that. So after trying to find something, I just created it.
You made it yourself. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it is fragrance-free, it's cruelty-free, it's vegan, it's made in the United States, it's good for color-treated hair. It is fragrance-free, which means no synthetic fragrance. So it still has a scent. It's scented with essential oils. It's like fresh and citrus.
We talk a lot about, really good quality, all-natural products on the show. So good for you to put that first and forefront. And I notice also your hair. We're talking a lot about your hair right now, but it's coming in handy as a mom too. You found other ways to utilize your hair and keep people entertained.
What do you think you're doing? Oh my goodness.
There it is. It's incredible. I really do.
Nothing that laugh, just record it as much as you can. It makes me want to cry.
I know, it makes me want to cry too.
It's so beautiful.
And it changes literally so quickly from month to month, so make sure you just record them all.
I mean, if you looked in my camera roll, it's 1,000 videos and pictures of him. We do photo shoots almost every day just because I cannot get enough of him, and he changes so quickly.
Don't stop. Keep taking them. Keep taking those videos for sure. Thank you so much for being here and sharing all of that. Congratulations on everything. Your hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
So go figure. There you go, everybody. You can find out more about Be Free at BeFreeByDanielleFishel.com.